Hey guys, welcome back to Never Forget Me. We're continuing on with our current goal of getting our culture to 16, because I need to experience as many different things as I can in order to write a good book. So I think I'll just keep the schedule we have right now. Why did I go to bed so early? Guess I'll count the cracks in the ceiling again. You were at 6 energy, girl. Don't even start with me. Don't even start with me, okay? Honestly, no appreciation for trying to, like, keep her in relatively good energy. I guess that's like me, though. I'd rather just be completely exhausted all day instead of feeling well and rested and stuff. Why did I waste my time going to bed? Ugh. I wish there was a little Amy in the corner here just going, Yahoo! Although it's nice that you don't fail any of these things. Okay, culture's at 11. At least she never complains about doing yoga. Okay, I shouldn't have to sleep early this week, so I could do something else. Let's see, what does this do? Romance. Or maybe I could write. Or should I do romance? Let's do a nature trail on Monday. Sure. I really feel at one with nature out here. I just feel really at peace with everything right now. Really romantic and diligent and social and everything. Okay. Come on, culture. Gotta get that bonus of 22. Man, she keeps running into that favorite author of hers. If I was the author, I'd be like, you stalking me? Because we just keep running into each other. It's a little weird. Not gonna lie. A little bit weird. I hope she doesn't complain about doing yoga on Sunday. Wish there was more things that took like your social down, because energy is like, yee. And we're good. I always leave yoga in a better mood. Ah, another scene. Excellent. Oh! Look at this cute dress I want. Ugh, food pregnancy. You got a food baby, Amy? Groaning slightly, I waddle into our apartment complex's lobby and motion lazily to the elevator. We're taking the elevator. I'm not even going to attempt the stairs. Nice scarf, Aaron. This is the roommate's dorm. What? I guess it could be a good, background for an apartment building, though. Aaron, a few paces ahead of me, hits the appropriate button and waits groggily next to the closed metal doors. Yeah, that place was good. Almost too good. I don't think I've ever indulged in so much complimentary bread before. And that herb and oil mix they gave us to dip it in? What was it in that? Tarragon? I'm not sure, but it was Terra good. Aaron lifts an eyebrow and peers at me out of the corner of his eye. Not even a chuckle. Before I'm able to boo him, the elevator dings and its doors slide open. Whoa, that is a bright elevator. Holy mackerel. We both saunter in and Aaron taps our floor number while I lean against the back wall, breathing a small sigh of relief. Me duele el estomago. What? Oh, that's right. You took French in high school instead of Spanish. Yeah, I think the teacher's name was Mrs. Dubois. You used to complain because she showed these strange French films in class all the time as opposed to actually teaching. Weird how I remember that. I close my eyes and lean my head against the elevator wall. We've known each other a long time, huh? We grew up in the same neighborhood, went to the same schools. Weird. Suddenly the elevator halts to a stop several floors before our destination. Alarmed, my eyes fling open and I shoot Aaron a panicked look. Could there be, like, other people using the elevator in this apartment building? The old elevator doors creak and then slowly slide open, making way for a new passenger. Oh my god! You? In that dress too? Why? No, I've got a food baby. What are the freaking odds? Abigail! The exclamation escapes my lips, sounding similar to a shriek, not unlike that of a witch. Abigail! It startles Abigail so much that she drops her sequin-clutched purse and lets out a gasp of her own. Aaron, on the other hand, merely gawps in disbelief. What the heck is gawps? Gapes? When Aaron had his motorcycle accident and suffered the subsequent amnesia, first game, Abigail, Aaron's ex, took advantage of his memory loss by trying to convince him that they were still dating. Oh sure, Aaron's father and longtime opposer of our relationship went along with the charade. It wasn't until after Aaron regained his memories that the two came clean. The situation forced them to, of course, and Aaron and I resumed our relationship with him proposing just a short while later. Aside from her brief appearance at our wedding, I distinctly remember her drinking way too much punch, getting sick in the bushes outside, and having to leave early. I haven't seen Abigail since our reception. We stand in this triangle formation, none of us moving nor saying anything, for so long that the elevator doors start to shut without Abigail having entered yet. Aaron, apparently regaining his composure, thrusts out his arm and catches the door's sensor, causing it to open again. Abigail quickly bends over and snatches up her purse, causing her form-fitting, mid-thigh length dress to ride dangerously high in the back as she does. I notice Aaron's eyes dart to her backside, then quickly pull away. Aaron! She boards the elevator and presses the button for the lobby, then stands opposite Aaron and looks him over curious. He resists the urge to do the same, although I suspect he wouldn't have withheld himself had I not been present.
So, this is a surprise? Are you visiting a friend, or...?
I just moved in, actually. I was about to go celebrate with some friends.
Huh.
A befuddled Aaron looks at me, obviously unsure what to say next, prompting me to speak. Oh, God. I'm gonna save. Blech. Listen, my husband just checked out your butt. I'm not okay with this. Yeah, this is not suspicious at all. What a coincidence. Of all the complexes in town, you decided on this one. Why, I wonder? It's certainly not the nicest or even the best value. I guess I could have done more research. Abigail blunders through the question, then turns the accusation around on me. Why are you two living here if it's not a great value or whatever, then?
My dad knows the landlord, so we gotta get a bit of a deal on our rent.
Oh. Much to my relief, the elevator doors open again, giving Aaron and me reason to depart. Here's our floor. Nice running into you. I plant my hands firmly on Aaron's back and practically push him out of the compartment while he waves politely at Abigail. Wait! Abigail races out of the elevator toward us and peers determinedly at Aaron as if I wasn't even there. My apartment! I need help setting some things up. None of my friends are really good at that stuff, and I remember you being so handy. No! Handy? Maybe with a trowel. He never took shop class, only 4-H, so I don't think he'll be of much use to you unless you're planting an herb garden. That could have come out better. Aaron releases an offended huff, then responds to Abigail's request with a resolute expression. Yeah, you just made him want to do it more.
I'll gladly help, Abigail. Thanks for asking. I can be very handy when given the chance.
Where's this bravado coming from? He's a banker, not a handyman. His soft, uncalloused hands were meant for a calculator. Ah, Amy! Thanks. I can't afford to pay you, but I could make dinner in exchange. Ooh, that shake, though. I'm perfectly capable of feeding my husband. Thank you. Abigail acknowledges me briefly with a grimace, then returns her shimmering eyes back to their fixed position on Aaron. Well then, I guess I should get going. I was already running late when I ran into you. She gives a girlish wave, then turns her back to us and presses the button for the elevator. Glad to finally be rid of her, my shoulders sag a bit in relief as I press our key into the lock and enter into the apartment. Thoroughly exhausted, I practically fall on the couch and cover my eyes with my forearm, blocking out the light of the overhead lamp above. That groggy post-meal funk overtakes me, but unfortunately my mind isn't ready to rest yet, especially after what just transpired. So, are you excited about our new neighbor?
Yeah.
Aaron absentmindedly answers me without looking up from his smartphone, then after a few moments bolts upright.
I mean, no. Is this a trick question?
No. I just want to know your opinion, that's all.
And you're not going to hold what I say against me?
Of course not.
Well, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little excited. We have a new tenant that's not off the wall crazy like a majority of the other neighbors we've had.
Just slightly crazy. And possibly stalkerish.
Amy, I'm sure her moving here was just a coincidence. Don't read too much into it.
I give an incredulous guffaw and cross my arms in response.
You know, people do change. You always think the worst of Abigail.
Can you blame me? She lied and pushed me out of the way when you had amnesia. And you know what? You're naive. Coincidence? Aaron furrows his brow and then, apparently lacking the energy to resume fighting, returns his attention to his smartphone. There's no way that Abigail's moving here is just a coincidence. I mean, what are the odds? Did she contact Osher? And Osher got her in here? But if that's true, then that'd have to mean she was keeping tabs on me and Aaron, right? Or at the very least, in contact with someone who knows about Aaron and I in great detail. Like Osher. I don't trust Osher, ever. I roll over so that I'm facing away from Aaron, who is now comfortably curled in the recliner. It's been nearly 6 months since we saw Abigail at our wedding. You guys have only been married for 6 months and you're like this? Whew. You're still in your honeymoon stage of marriage. Whew. I didn't even want her there, but Osher insisted that we invite her, and Aaron isn't one to disappoint his parents. Well, except when he married me, that is. I smile momentarily, but it quickly fades. Is Abigail still interested in Aaron? Is she pursuing him? And if that horrible fact is true, could Osher be the one supplying her with information and spurring her on? Okay, I was like, did I not get that bonus? I did. Creativity to 33. I need 15. Okay. So what does Nature Trail get for me? Romance, diligence, social. I guess we can still do that. And then this is creativity, so we can keep that. Reading is just culture. I guess I never have to do housework, so Aaron doesn't care if the house is clean. That's one good thing. Maybe I should do an art course on Wednesday. And then get inspiration on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That'll get me to... Oh, I need to get to 30. Yeah. So if I do 5, then I'll be fine. Okay. Starto! Let's do it. I might need to do a sleep early next Monday, but until then... Hey, I can click through this. This is a good thing. I should do that. Why didn't I just click through? I sat on a park bench and tried to think of some story ideas. I was able to jot a few down in my notebook. Good. Energy, yeah, we're definitely gonna need to go to bed early on Monday. And then we'll do this again, and hopefully that'll be enough. Start. Oh boy, I might be in trouble though. Whew, 2 energy. Maybe I should... go to bed early twice? And... no, not there. I wanna get inspired on Sunday. Hopefully I can do that. I'm gonna have 1 energy by the end of the week. Another scene, but I'm so tired. No. Hey, it's that nice restaurant. And that nice dress. Oh, remember this dress? The nice dress that we had to buy from the store and save up for. Sorry we're late.
Oh God, it's Usha! Woo.
No, I'm not okay. This is too many negative people already. I remove my coat and place it on the back of the chair opposite Osher and then plop down. Aaron takes the seat next to mine. Glasses of water dripping with condensation await us, meaning that the waiter has previously come by at least twice.
Oh no.
Osher's glass is nearly empty.
I expected as much from you two.
Aaron laughs nervously, trying to provide a sort of buffer. Avoiding eye contact, I smooth the cloth napkin in my lap and mentally count backwards from 10. 9, 8, 7...
Your wife never was one for formalities, was she? Or manners, for that matter.
I grit my teeth and start my mental countdown again. Oh, taking deep breaths as I recall each number. Counting is apparently a method used in anger management, or so the internet says, but I've yet to see it prove useful tonight.
Hey now, be nice. Actually, the reason we were late was actually my fault. Amy was ready to go, but I couldn't find my shoes.
I swear, you always wait to put your shoes on until the last minute. You couldn't have put them on while I was getting ready? I smile teasingly, letting Aaron know that I'm only play fighting. Surprisingly, Osher joins in on the fun.
He was that way as a boy, too. Always losing things. I can't tell you how many times we had to replace his retainer because he kept accidentally throwing it away.
Aaron holds his hands up defensively.
Hey, that was a very easy mistake to make. I mean, you had to take them out in order to eat. So at school I would just set them on my lunch tray, and then I would shake off my leftover food in the garbage can before returning the tray. But why didn't you just put your retainer in that case the orthodontist gave you? Because I...
Suddenly embarrassed, Aaron's voice drops to a whisper.
Because I lost the stupid retainer case.
Aaron allows Osher and me to relish this confession for a few moments before reining us back in.
Okay, I'm an idiot, but we should probably figure out what we're going to order now, right?
I skim the menu, which appears to be in another language. What the heck is redevour? Devour? Not the French again. And decide indiscriminately on the boudin noir, which I select mainly because I'm confident I can pronounce it correctly, despite having no idea what it actually is. Osher gives my choice a pleased nod as I mention it to the waiter. It's always nice to score brownie points with an in-law, even though you're not sure why. He goes on to order something called tête de veau, while Aaron picks orsons, an item I vaguely remember seeing on a cooking show. I think it's some type of seafood. Is that like oysters? The waiter gathers our menus and dashes off, promising to be back shortly to refill Osher's water. Casually, Osher turns to me and asks with little interest about my book.
Still writing? What was it again? Children's books or something?
Not exactly. My first book was a memoir about the trials Aaron and I faced after his accident. I'm working on my second book now. It's also a memoir, but its focus isn't so singular. It's more like a collection of vignettes about my life. Osher guffaws condescendingly, then rests his head in his hand.
And you think your life is that interesting, do you? I knew this generation was conceited, but really...
Aaron slams his hand on the tabletop, silencing Osher.
Father, from what I understand, memoirs are quite popular in the literary world right now. People enjoy reading about other normal people, It's more relatable than something like an autobiography of a famous person. Well then, is it due out soon at least?
Well, that's the thing. My voice hitches, unsure how to tell Osher that I'm already 2 months past the original deadline. I feel like I'm, I don't know, short on experiences? It's difficult to write that many interesting vignettes, enough to fill a book.
But you've done it once before, haven't you?
Well, with that particular experience, there was a lot to write about. I mean, it practically wrote itself. My shoulders sag and I crumple slightly, running a hand through my hair as I continue. But this book is simply about me, and it's hard to pick which part of myself I should write about, I guess. Like, which parts are worth writing about.
So, Erin is off at work while you pitter away at home, trying to immortalize yourself in a book.
My mouth drops open, shocked by the cruelty of his words. Aaron, too, seems at a loss for what to say. Defend yourself! Don't. I paused, taking a moment to collect myself. Don't say it like that.
Like what?
Like what I'm doing is not work. Do you know how difficult it is to analyze your life? To dredge up old memories and put them to paper? It's not fun. Sometimes it's painful.
Painful? Oh, now you're just making up nonsense to defend your narcissistic endeavors.
Narcissistic? Narcissistic? By now, all my composure is lost. Patrons at nearby tables gawk revoltingly at the improper levels to which I've raised my voice. Was it narcissistic when I wrote about how nauseatingly depressed I was that the man I loved no longer remembered me, and it looked like he was going to leave me for someone else? What about the deep-rooted insecurity I tackled in Chapter 2? You know, the voice inside my head that told me I wasn't good enough for Aaron, and I should just let that thing between him and Abigail happen? No, that's called honesty. It's when you bare yourself, the good and the bad, for others to see and hopefully learn from. Oh, bare. To bare yourself, not bare yourself. And you know, the world would be a much better place if we were all a little bit more honest. But no, society is all about attaining perfection, but it's just impossible, okay? Impossible! Did Aaron's outfit change, or was I just not paying attention before? Hold on. No, I can't go back. Anyway. I feel a hand wrapped tightly around mine, and I look to see Aaron smiling gently beside me. He mouths the words, "Calm down," but his eyes carry a tender reassurance that soothes me. He's on my side. Thank you. It's just so hard to make yourself vulnerable like that. I'm writing because I want people to learn from my mistakes, not because I think I'm this great person. Some days I really consider quitting, but then what would be the point? Writing about my experiences and sharing them with others gives them purpose. Otherwise, all that stuff, it'd just be meaningless. She's really, what's the phrase? Bleeding for her art. And even on days that she doesn't write, she still does things like cook, clean up the house, and so on. I haven't cleaned the house in a long time. Oh, you made Amy so happy! The fact that she can work a job and keep up with housework is incredible, I think. She's an excellent wife. A tear slides down my cheek and I wipe it away mystified. I can't believe I'm crying. I'm such a sap. Aaron's grip on my hand tightens and he smiles at me.
I must, apologize. I didn't mean to be so rude. I didn't understand what it is that you do.
See, this is why you defend yourself to Osher.
Though I'm still not sure I fully understand it, I'll at least try to be more respectful from now on.
He bows his head in a subdued manner.
If Erin approves, then I must too.
Yes, you must. Okay, so my current goal is to get my energy up. That I can do. I have 1 week to get my energy up. Okay, so... 2. Why is it only getting my energy up to 3? Is it because I have no energy? I don't... Is it because... Maybe it's because I'm so tired. Okay. Apparently if I do this, I'll get my energy up to 10. Well, I'm just gonna save in case I just waste that entire week. Yeah, okay. What is with this place? What? Okay, that was really weird. Okay, so that's gonna be, my energy's at 1 right now. 3, 5, 7, 9. And then if I do, like, what's it now? Where's that romance stuff? Yeah, that's good, because that takes my social down. So that'd be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay. That should be good. Okay. Going to bed early isn't always fun, but sometimes you need that extra sleep to recover from a long day. Yeah. Shut up about not being tired, Amy. Okay. Now I need to get my social up to 10. Honestly, okay. Do I want to go for a run? Some of these things give me social. Okay, so let's go to the movie theater. That's 1. Nature trail on Tuesday. That'll get me up to 4. 6. Maybe yoga class on Thursday, and then... Oops, nope. I wanted to write. All that writing takes my social down. Maybe I should just visit town. So that'll give me 3, 4, 6, 8. I guess I'm gonna go for a run. Right? 3, 4, 6, 8, 9. 10, 11. And I don't know, I'll do an art course on Sunday. Or maybe I should do... Actually, I'll do a yoga class on Sunday. Just to make sure. Don't want this day to end. The view is amazing. I saw a lot of squirrels. Feels good to do a run every once in a while. I forgot that I used to run all the time. Today was so much fun. I never knew our city had so many interesting attractions. Another scene! Gosh, why is his name escaping me? Dominic? Dominic's bedroom? Oh my goodness. The doorbell rings, pulling me out of my writing. You have a nice bedroom. I close my eyes and rub my temples as I attempt to retrace my thoughts. Okay, I'm pretty sure I wasn't writing about chocolate, but that's the only thing that's coming to mind. The conundrum can only be solved by eating a piece of chocolate. I click the save symbol in the corner of the document and then scoot out from behind the desk. What about the doorbell? As I reach for the door's handle, I'm stopped by a noise which causes my stomach to lurch. Oh, God. I just wanted to see if you had any sugar. I have an audition tomorrow and I was baking some cookies for the director.
Oh? Huh. I didn't realize that was proper auditioning etiquette.
Well, it is if you want to get cast.
That's a lot of cookies for one person.
Most people don't bring cookies, but I do, because I want to get cast.
Okay. I'm sure we have some sugar. Here, the kitchen is this way.
The sounds of their shuffling feet are quickly drowned out by the own beating of my heart. Abigail is here, alone with my husband. She's not alone here. You're here. Well, not really alone, but she thinks she is, and that's what's important. If she were going to attempt something, now would be the time. Should I stay hidden and see what develops? Or maybe I should make my presence known to ensure that Abigail doesn't try anything dubious. Don't be a We're gonna make a grand entrance, girl, you and me. I ain't letting that harlot anywhere near my man. Girl, he taken. Back off. I hurry into our apartment's tiny kitchen. Amy, what are you... I thought we were alone. I knew it. She looks accusingly back and forth between me and Aaron. Why would you need to be alone to get some sugar? Sugar, Abigail.
I never said I was alone. Amy is almost always here. She works from home.
Oh, I guess I hadn't realized that.
I mean, I married her after all. That means that I kind of like having her around, you know?
Yes, Abigail. He married me. Holy matrimony. Unbreakable vows. That mean anything to you?
Whoa, where's this coming from, Amy?
Aaron and I return our attention to Abigail, who's now flitting away excess moisture from the corners of her eyes. I didn't mean... I'm sorry. I just wanted some sugar. But not that kind of sugar, right? No, you wanted... I have to leave. Abigail cuts me off abruptly. Her tone is sharp and piercing, and she allows the tears to flow freely down her face now. She exits the kitchen, leaving the aforementioned sugar behind, and moments later I hear the front door slam behind her.
Look at what you've done.
What have I done,
You have upset the poor girl. She was crying, Amy. Crying.
Yeah, like those tears were real. She probably learned how to do that in some acting class. She's an actress, sweetie. We can't take actors' tears seriously.
What? That's awful. She's a human being, Amy. You're awful.
I'm awful for kicking a homewrecker out? Really?
She's not... Don't use that word. This is a really weird time for people her age. She's probably just confused.
A weird time for people her age? What, in her early 20s? This is a weird time. You're the same age. We're all the same age.
But we're in a more mature stage of our lives, and we should act more maturely.
Oh, don't give me that crap. This is the girl that took advantage of you when you were in the hospital, remember? You had amnesia, and she tried to convince you that you two were still together, despite the fact that you were with me. That's evil.
So she's made some mistakes, but that was in the past. People change.
The only thing that's changed is that her boobs have been enlarged by 2 cup sizes. Damn, girl!
What? Why are you talking about her boobs all of a sudden?
Don't tell me you haven't noticed. She's totally gotten a boob job since we saw her at the hospital.
Well, I wasn't going to mention it. It's hard not to notice, really.
Aaron! So you did notice!
Well, of course.
How dare you!
I really don't understand what's going on here.
I'm not going to be polite to some home-wrecking tramp with silicone breasts. If she was just a home-wrecking tramp, fine. But the silicone breasts is too much! It's too much! I can't deal with that! And with that, I storm out of the kitchen and retreat to the privacy of my office, where I sulk for the rest of the evening. I toss and turn that night, unable to quell my perturbed thoughts. Aaron's behavior earlier, it was too... I don't know, courteous? Is that the word I'm looking for? I hate Abigail. She's a selfish, lying piece of narcissistic scum. I dislike her so intensely that it's to the point where I'm incapable of being even remotely kind to her. It's just impossible. So why doesn't Aaron feel the same way? If anything, he should hate her more than I do. He was in love with her at one point, though. She took advantage of him when he was at his most vulnerable, bedridden in a hospital with a memory like Swiss cheese. And yet he seems to more than tolerate her. He even defended her, for goodness sakes. It's like saying, oh, that Hitler guy? I know he did some bad stuff, but he was just in a weird stage of life, that's all. You know. Okay, that example was a little hyperbolic, but you catch my drift. The fact that he doesn't hate her almost makes me think... No, it couldn't be. At least it better not be. Could Aaron still have feelings for Abigail? No.